Mr. Chair. Thank you to all the witnesses, of course, for this morning's testimony. I certainly appreciate it. Ms. Adib, so down in the Windsor, Essex, Windsor area, we have Teamsters Local 879. I'm sure you're aware of them. Excellent folks. What type of commodities do they pull? Which companies do they pull for?
That I will not be able to tell you what the companies are. I will tell you that the freight that is pulled in southern Ontario varies. It is actually quite diverse and pretty much pulls from all, whether it's the including the very heavy to the freight that we were discussing this morning. I think with the general freight, the refrigerated freight, which I agree, concur that if you're going to be doing inspections, you should definitely focus on the companies in those areas. We also work in the ports in southern Ontario. So
good to know. Okay, thank you. And what about in the auto industry?
We do work with various companies that move automobiles from one place to another, as well as parts.
Okay, thank you. It's just the reason I bring that up. So we know there's about 150 jobs being lost at Stellantis. We got 700 jobs out of Oshawa at General Motors have been now lost, and 900 out of the Cami plant in Ingersoll. So it's very concerning. You had mentioned not a new issue, and it's just under a decade that you've been dealing with this, which is 10 years, quite frankly, with the Liberals at the helm. And that's ironically what the CTA president said yesterday. Can you expand on to me, please? Because you, at the very end of your testimony, you talked about the TFW program, and that employees don't know the rights. Can you expand on that, please, and how the immigration side of this file is certainly hurting your members?
For sure. So first of all, on the decade, it's been I think since about 2018 that this phenomena has been officially raised, but it has been it has been going on. You know, this is not. It's for longer than a decade. I think since 2018, we started to realize that this is actually something that's going to surface in ways that that are extremely dangerous. I know, and just to be fair, the government in 2021 began to take various actions. Why I'm saying this is a new thing and more needs to be done is, again, because it's been since at least 2021 that the government has been engaging in various actions. I can tell you what they are, but I'll go to the temporary foreign worker program just for the sake of time.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, the temporary foreign worker program, I think there's a lot I can tell you that could be very wrong with the program in terms of the way that it is used and abused. But for the purpose of the truck drivers, one of the major problems is that a lot of carriers are sponsoring workers from other countries to come drive and then requiring them to incorporate. That, first and foremost, should not happen. Someone who is coming from another country should not, in fact, be in a position where they suddenly own their own company. The second thing, for whatever reason, any reason, the second problem is the closed permits. It's even a more important problem, is that these companies end up completely controlling the fate of this worker. This one company controls it, and the worker can no longer move from one company to another.
Gotcha. Sorry, I apologize to cut you off. My time is limited.
Yeah, sure.
Because I do want to ask you one more question, please, which I think is incredibly important. On Tuesday, the president of CTA gave his testimony, and he said it's 103.5 hours training under MELT training, and that's what the government mandates. He had mentioned that CTA does a minimum of 200 hours. Can I ask you, your members, who do they train with or under, and how many hours in the classroom? How many hours in the cab with the trainer would they have to spend?
The training, it varies, but again, on average, the training work is falls in line with the Canadian Trucking Alliance numbers that you have, the hours that you have. That would be most of our members as well.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
No problem.